I started. The sense of civil war. We had a circumstance where we were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, ended up over 1 million people dying. We're also in a situation where we found ourselves unable to deal with a lot of just basic issues, and which I won't go into in the interest of time. And so we went to work and we got it done. And one of the things and
Alyssa, one of the things I think is that the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us.
Right.
And they didn't see how hard Joe worked every single day. He'd get up, he'd put in a full day, and then at night I'd be in bed, reading my book, and he was still on the phone, reading his briefings, just working with staff. I mean, it was nonstop. It's the White House, being president is not like
it's fake. Wouldn't it be great if she goes, it's fake, really? Being president doesn't matter. There's a lot of men in suits, and they kind of do it. They really do it. You just kind of sit there. I read my book, and he kind of sits there and drools. And every now and then someone takes a photo of him, or he stamps something with his signature. But most of the time, it's these people in suits running around doing it. They're the ones who do it. We don't really do it.
The life that you live it 24 hours a day. That phone can ring at 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning.
And no matter when it rings, he doesn't answer it. A guy in a suit answers it, and then they run up to him and they tell him what he has to do, and he does it because he loves our country.
You never leave it. And Joe worked really hard. I think he was a great president. And if you look at things today, give me Joe Biden anytime.
That's worth the invitation to come to the show.
Nice. He's got a little line there, huh? Joey B. That's worth the invitation to come to the show. Luigi Mangione is the subject of a new musical that is coming out. Luigi Mangione, of course, the hot murderer guy who killed the healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, and the guy that I played on the Netflix shows Torching 2024. And there's going to be a musical about him, and it's going to premiere in San Francisco, which makes a lot of sense. And Luigi the musical opens June 13th at the Taylor Street Theater. Isn't just about the 26-year-old prime suspect in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. It was inspired by an extraordinary coincidence of celebrity inmates. Okay. Did you hear that Luigi's in the same prison with Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fried? I want to write a musical about that. That's what the writer said. In the show set at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, rapper and music producer Sean Diddy Combs, who last year was charged with sex trafficking and racketeering, and the fallen FTX CEO are characters too. Okay. These three people represent these big pillars of institutions in society that are failing in their trust: healthcare, Hollywood, and big tech. Wow. They felt Mangione and his fellow inmates lent themselves to musical theater for several reasons. Luigi, the character, as we've written him, is dead serious about his thoughts and goals. There's something campy about the whole good guy with a gun premise. One inspiration for the show is Chicago. It's a great show. With his cell block numbers, Johnson noted, so in the production audience will see Luigi burst into song behind bars lamenting, "I shouldn't have bought those hash browns in that Pennsylvania Mickey D's." For his part, the character Bankman-Fried gives a TED talk into the camera for his prison cell. He literally just podcasted with Tucker Carlson from the prison cell with Diddy. So I'm like, did we write this musical or did it write itself? One of the central ideas we wanted to explore with this musical is this tendency for us to project meaning onto these types of figures. She also noted the surprise value in a musical that's so immediate and zeitgeisty, it's of Twitter right now. So, I mean, this could also just be the way forward for things like musicals and theater that they thrive in places like New York, but outside of it, people aren't as excited a lot of times to see stuff, but I'd go see this. I think this is what you're going to have to do to get attention. No one gives a shit about Oklahoma or the Pirates of Penzance, but write a musical about Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fried and Luigi Mangio. Have a musical about it. And that way people come out. People now want to see something current. It's true. It doesn't, all these old musicals like the Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, it's always like a guy with a cowboy hat who's like, I'll take my lady to the fair. No one's doing that anymore. We want to see musicals about human traffickers, murderers, people that have ripped us off with crypto. Those are the people we want to see sing and dance. That's what we want. We don't want this crap anymore about like springtime is here and I love my lady. You want a musical about human trafficking, rape, and financial crime. Let's see a little bit of this.
Early whites, there were cameras there at night, and that's what let the police take.
Okay, hold on. Number one, you're not going to get the top tier out. So if you're judging the voices in the music, as I will be, this is not the A-list that'll be doing this musical. So let's just know that immediately, because they're off key. It's a mess. This is not the top. It's no one's choosing like Broadway or this. Okay, let's give it another chance. So maybe it's better than I thought.
Early whites, there were cameras there that night, and that's what let the police take me in.
Oh boy, that's gonna be bad, huh? That's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. It had a really promising cast of characters. What is this? Another thing from it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see this. Maybe this is better.
Bay Area, baby, I gotta fake it till I make a lot of real money. When you run Bay Area, baby, you gotta have a fraud in your.
This is gonna be tough. I had high hopes for this, but you know what it is? This is the problem with everything. A good idea is ruined in execution. This is a good idea. You've got Luigi, Diddy, and Bankman-Fried. This thing could pop. But you got a bunch of amateurs who can't do anything.
What the fuck?
Well, hold on. This woman's a minority. She'll be better. Let's play this.
Here we go.
What? She's singing like this. Oh, white. We don't want this. Oh, no. Oh, God.
I can see it in my head if I just close my eyes.
This is bad. All right. This is not good. It's a great idea, but these people are terrible. They have horrible voices and they're bad. And that's what's going to ruin this show. These people are absolutely incapable of putting on a good production. And it's unfortunate because this is the type of production you need excellence. You need them to be deadly serious and great. You need them to be great. It only works if they're great. If they're bad, which is what they are, because everyone goes in and goes, this will be terrible. It's a fun joke of a musical. No, no, no. If you want it to be a joke, you make it great. It's only funny if it's great. It actually sucks if it sucks. It's only funny if it's great. It has to be like some of the greatest singing you've ever heard. It actually has to be. I killed that man. Like it has to be so good. And you have to walk out singing the songs. You know, like, and they can be catchy, like, you know, Diddy, like there's a scene in it with all the, you know, with all the lube. And there's a song about lube. And it has to be sung by fucking professionals. You can't half-ass this. It's a musical about a famous human trafficker, this crypto criminal, and this hot guy who shot a CEO. You have to do this well. This is your chance to get people back out to the theater. Let's watch this clip here on Fox.
All right, let's talk about the murder case of Luigi Mangione, believe it or not. This is crazy. Now the accused killer is the subject of a new musical.
Yes. Luigi the Musical will premiere in San Francisco and run from June 13th to June 28th.
June 14th.
It's described as a comedy that imagines his backstory, though it's not based on any facts since details about his backstory have been scarce. It will also show him as a prisoner alongside cellmate Sam Bankman-Fried, the former FTX CEO, and Sean Diddy Combs, as he tries to navigate friendship, justice, and the absurdity of viral fame. In real life, Mangione pled not guilty to charges stemming from the December killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. I don't know how you find comedy in this, especially, you know, they go, oh, other plays have been made about murderers, but not while the trial's going on.
It's California. You know about La La Land.
It's got nothing to do with California. You can't find humor. I can't. In his background, okay, ha. And then what? It makes no sense to me.
What's he saying?
All right.
Shut up.
You got to rate.
This is the problem now with television. They just have retarded people on television. Like people that can't even speak. This is why I have listeners on this show. If you ever turn on television, you turn on like a morning show, the people on the morning show can't even get a thought. They can't even articulate a clear thought out of their head. Okay? What is this? Someone collapses on air?
Yeah, it was a Fox News guest. They just had a weird...
Is she dead? Because don't play it if she's dead.
No.
All right. Setting me up. Set me up here. All right, let's watch this because it could be funny as long as she's okay. It could be good.
It's women's sports. So this is what they have to do. They have to rewrite history because they had a failed campaign. They had a failed presidency. They put her as the border czar. She never went to the border. So this is about incompetency. It's not about ideology or it's not about.
Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness. We're just going to get some help here for Cameron.
Yo.
Let me come back
Yo,
to
yo,
Lydia while
that
we get
bitch
some help for
collapsed.
Cameron here. Lydia.
Lydia, this woman's collapsed. Why? Tell us again why Joe Biden was a bad boy. That's tough. That's tough the way she collapsed like that. Let's see it again one more time.
It's about incompetency. It's not about ideology. It's not about.
Hamana.
Oh my goodness. We're just going to get some help here for Cameron. Let me come back to Lydia while we get some
Dude,
help
live
for
TV
Cameron.
is crazy. They're like, all right, Lydia. They go, all right, one down, one to go. Lydia, tell us more about well, I'm sorry to see you go, love. Why should someone be in a locker room, a woman's locker room with a cock? Lydia, why should someone in a woman's locker have a cock? And sorry to see you go, love. Lydia, you're still there, aren't you? Are you still alive, Lydia? If it's a woman's locker room, why has someone got a cock out? It doesn't make any sense. They've got their cock and balls in the face of a young girl who goes, what's that? It's not a vagina. And then you have to explain to her it's a cock and balls. I'm sorry, darling. Lydia, one of our guests just died on set. We're going to you now, darling. Tell us about the tariffs. Well, hopefully this woman's okay. She's okay.
The tariffs.
Am I making fun of someone's death? Can you find out if she's okay, please? If she died, we can't put this one out. She's got to be fine. She's fine, right? Did she apologize? What did she say? What did she say?
Here's her tweet.
Okay. All right. Oh boy. Sometimes they don't eat. These women. Sometimes they don't eat. It's true. Sometimes they don't eat. I'm hoping that's what it is. Sometimes you don't eat and you're sitting there and you're talking about Kamala and the border and your body just says you should have eaten. You should have had something to eat. All right, get her out of here. We hope she's doing okay. We hope she's doing well. We hope she's doing good. Because at the end of the day, Disney, by the way, Disney is doing a Middle East theme park in Abu Dhabi, right? In Dubai or Abu Dhabi? Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. On Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. We got any renderings of that? Can we take a look at what that's going to look like? Disney Middle East. Whoa. I mean, is the Aladdin ride going to slap or is it going to slap? I think, and here's what I'll say about this this crypto stuff, that the Trump crypto coin, which I don't love this whole thing. It is very possible. I don't think it's fair to say right now because the presidency is in its early stages, but like maybe they are. The Democrats are basically like, if you don't win the presidency, we're going to put you in jail, which was like the dumbest thing ever. He wins. But now maybe he's like, we're going to all get rich on crypto. And by all, I mean like him and like people he knows, his family and like friends. And then I think they're all going to move to Dubai. I think the rich have decided that they need like some enclaves. And I think Dubai is like, we're just going to be a feudalist society, like techno-feudalism, but it's going to be crypto, and we want like shady billionaires from all over the world to come to Dubai, which sucks. That used to be our thing. That used to be New York's thing. Bloomberg was like, we want all the billionaires. The shady billionaires used to come to America. They used to come to New York City. And now Dubai has made it where they are saying they're rolling out the red carpet for the shadiest billionaires in the world. And the Trump family people have said, they've estimated they've made like $1 billion on the coin. I don't know if that's true or not, but it could be. And maybe they stand to make a lot more. There is also something about regulating the crypto market whilst participating in it. It might be seen as inappropriate. But maybe, I mean, again, it's very early on in the presidency. We don't know. But if this whole thing is a grift to just make money on crypto and move to Dubai, I'm telling you right now, respect. Just respect. Like if the whole presidency is just a grift to make billions and billions in crypto and move to Dubai, respect. Respect. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know if that's what it is. I think he's building that tower in Dubai. He likes Dubai. Dubai is getting in the heads of a lot of people, and it's sad. The human traffickers used to come to America. They used to come to New York City. Jeffrey Epstein lived in New York City because we were the best. The drug dealers, the human traffickers, the people that sold weapons, they came to New York. They lived in New York City. And now they're going to Dubai because Dubai's rolling out the red carpet for them. And it's a bad sign for us that the people that make our society run, the arms dealers, the human traffickers, are going to Dubai. and not New York. What the fuck? This is a city that is supposed to embrace the underworld. We're supposed to roll out the red carpet. We're supposed to go, come stroll in our parks, sweat in our saunas, eat caviar in our restaurants, send your children to school in our fine institutions of learning. That was our job. You dreamed of coming to New York. If you were running guns to Middle East separatist groups, you dreamed of living in the Waldorf Astoria. You dreamed of it. If you were putting Ukrainian women in a crate and shipping them over to be killed and abused by our senators, you dreamed of a New York slice, eating a New York slice of pizza. And it's not right that we've given up and they're all going to go to Dubai with its fake ski slopes and its 117-degree weather. Do you know how many human traffickers would take a sip of coffee and go, it's fall in New York? No more, because we've given up. We've given up. And it sucks. It sucks to be alive during this time when we failed in our main mission. And our main mission is to attract the best criminals from all over the world, the richest criminals, the most successful criminals. Genocidal maniacs used to sit in the front row of Cats and enjoy a goddamn musical. They would cry to memories. People that poison rivers in their own countries would flee to Manhattan and they'd go watch Les Miserables and they'd tear the fuck up and have some Junior's cheesecake. Now they're in Dubai. Now they're in Dubai. Thanks, de Blasio. Now they're in Dubai because the city's too dangerous. The city is too dangerous for genocidal monsters who used to come and live here. And I don't like it. And I think it sends the wrong message to the rest of the world. It says that we're done. I want war criminals to feel safe in my city. I want them to feel safe in my city. Legitimately. I want war criminals feeling safe in New York again. Mr. Mayor, I want people who've been convicted of war crimes at The Hague to feel safe walking to dinner in Manhattan. And I don't want them in Dubai with all this fake bullshit. I want to see a war criminal at a Yankee game behind the dugout, eating a dog. That's the city we used to have. Where a guy who gassed some Kurds would eat a goddamn dog behind the dugout at Yankee Stadium with his son and say, these are the Yankees. These are the Yankees. Remember Bin Laden was talking about them when we met him? The Yankees. We were the greatest city in the world at one time because we didn't ask what your backstory was. We didn't care. We didn't care what your backstory was. We didn't hold things against you, like the fact that you gave your daughter a clitorectomy. We just said, this is the Plaza Hotel. That's all we said. We said, this is the Plaza Hotel. And because we're not doing that anymore, the streets are not safe, and people don't want to be here anymore. The most important people don't want to be here anymore, okay? We're losing to Dubai. They are becoming the center for international luxury and crime. And that was our job, and we've lost. Well, What can we do? Drive through Jennifer Aniston's gate? That's all we're all doing here. That's all we've got left is to drive through Jennifer. A woman who is not even seen in public. She doesn't even exist. She isn't real. She's never existed. It's an op. It's an op. Okay? Friends was an op. I digress. My point is this. We need to elect Andrew Cuomo because we need to bring back a New York City that makes people feel something again. The Big Apple. They're sitting in Dubai. It's 117 degrees. They're in some fake ski slope. They could be murderers in New York. They could be killers in New York. But we push them away. We push them away so that students in Colombia can pretend to be Hamas. What about the real Hamas? They're in the Four Seasons in Qatar. What about the hotels we've got here? We're being beaten on every level because the service is bad. The service isn't good. That's the problem. The terrorists don't even want to come here anymore. The planes are so bad, these terrorists won't even fly them into our buildings. That's how bad it's getting at Newark Airport. The terrorists won't even go. You can't even attack a building if the flight's delayed. 9 hours. So we're all just driving to Jennifer Aniston's gate. That's all we've got left.
I'm gonna continue here.
That's all we've got left because we got to give her a message and tell her we love her. Because she's our wife.
So
She doesn't know it yet, but she's our wife. We are the American public, and you have shit in our mouth. Get it? Look at him. That's who we are, Miss Aniston. This is the condition you've left us in. And you've went to Dubai. And we're here and we're sick. Freeze frame on that man. That's the American public. And we've got a message for you, Miss Aniston, and it's that we love you. We still love you. We still love you. After all of your refusals to acknowledge our love, we still love you. We'll never stop loving you. And that gate is nothing in the grand scheme of things because our love is so strong. That's why this is the greatest country in the world, because you cannot put a gate between us and that which we love. Doesn't matter. Get it, make it bigger. I want to see his eyes. I want to see the whites of his eyes.
Hold on.
This is a man who represents all of us. He's not a singular entity. He is the representation of who we are. Get him up. Go to that other picture of him. Go to the one where he's, yes, that. Yes. Make him bigger. This is who we are. This is what Facebook does to people. This is what the poison food and the Facebook does. This is the social media and the poison food and the poison fucking water and the fucking polluted rivers and lakes and the failed school system and the jobs that fire you and the fucking broken communities and the asbestos in the walls and the antibiotics and the fucking Nestle Quick and the drugs and the booze and the broken promises and the government that abandons you and the corporations that treat you as a lab rat. This is what it is. That is the smile of a man who has been in the mud and who crawled out to try to tell a woman he loved her. And we imprison him. We imprison him. That's why they're all going to Dubai. because he's still smiling. That man, his spirit is beaten down. Can you imagine, by the way, just like me explaining to my grandfather like what I do for a living? He came back from dead. He's like, what did you get into? What do? You a teacher? Sit down. But that's America. That's the best of it. Some people would say it's the worst of it. I disagree. That's the best we've got right now. A man who refuses to say no. That's who the tariffs are for. That's who the tariffs are for. This man is willing to pay a little more for a car so he can drive it through Jennifer Aniston's gate. He's willing to pay a little more for a vehicle so he can drive it through Jennifer Aniston's gate. And if that's not the best explanation of tariffs I've ever heard in my goddamn life, I don't know what is. We're still a great country. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to these people fleeing in Dubai. We're still a great country. If a man like this can still believe, we all can. And we all should. Good night.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
Did Kevin Spacey produce this?
Yes. This is his last production. He was like, there's nothing wrong with
This
this.
is his Clint Eastwood production. This is like his wet dream when Clint Eastwood did what was that movie did when Clint Eastwood just goes and yells at Chinese people?
Grand Torino.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Damn it.
He's like, sometimes you fuck with the wrong guy.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you spooks
Dude,
up
you want to
to?
talk
It's
about
like, holy
that
shit.
was just that was Clint Eastwood's just daydream brought into a film. He's like, I'm in my garage. I'm the last white guy in this neighborhood.
Dude, how hard do you think the production company pushed to be like, dude, can we please just make it Asians? Just make it Asians.
Yeah.
We got a chance to make this if it's Asians.
It was definitely black.
The first script was just like, what's up, you black pieces of shit?
No, it was definitely that is such a good point. I
They're
remember
trying to steal
watching.
my fucking
I
car.
remember watching. I'm like, where are these Mongolian neighborhoods that he's
Yeah.
basing this off of?
Oh fuck, what are they called? The kid who opened with being a feminist was one of them. Kid I told you about.
Oh, what was he like Cambodian or something?
Yeah, it's like Hmong people.
Really?
If I'm wrong, that's a weird guess. But yeah,
That's
I
a very good point.
the
That his first script.
rough draft was.
He
just-
handed it to Mel, and Mel was like, "Clint, I got to tell you."
No, Mel was like, "This is it.
He's like,
We're doing it, dude."
He's like, "I'm writing a whole thing about Jesus getting crucified."
Mel was like, "I think my favorite part is when you call them packs of." I'm gonna use that.
That's dude, so fucking.
I got a
funny.
phone call to make.
That's so fucking funny. I gotta call my
I'm gonna
wife.
use that material. You care if I use that, dude?
I gotta call
It's like,
my
nah,
wife.
take it.
Oh
Like,
my
what'd you
god.
say? Packs of? Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would have, dude. If that was Black Dudes, that movie would have been so much better. That would have been the funniest fucking movie.
Well, you know
on
what's
earth.
funny? I just watched Hardball, starring Keanu
Yeah, yeah,
Reeves.
yeah.
I just watched that last night, and that it's funny to watch. These,
Did that hold up?
It's interesting to watch because it's
I used
just
to
like
love that movie.
it was great. It was I fucking cried, dude.
G-Baby?
When G-Baby died,
When
bro. I
G-Baby
fucking
died?
cried, dude.
My favorite line in that was when the chubby kid got beat up. He's like, I could tell they were banditos because they had taco breath. It's like-
So yeah, it doesn't really hold up in that sense of like you watch it and you're just kind of like it's weird watching people trying to figure out race through movies to where it's like it's Keanu Reeves, he's like a gambling Irish. They're saying like
Yeah.
hardened Irish guys kind of understand black people, and he like shows up to practice and he's like you guys ever stop and think about maybe not being mean to each other? And all the black kids are like, huh, good idea.
Yeah.
And then the one part where the kid who's like, you couldn't get on the team because of his grades, he has to like read the book to get on the team. And they're like, what'd you think about A Wrinkle in Time? And he's like, that lady's dumb. She's like, tell me what you think. Otherwise I'll call your mom and say you didn't read it. And it's like a dramatic pause. And he was like, that lady's dumb because where I'm from, no one's dad comes back. And then it's like the end scene and was like, Jesus Christ. It's funny watching that is like, that was it back then. Like,
Yeah.
so like, you got to go coach the crack babies.
They should have just spliced that in Gran Torino.
Yeah.
And just like the main bad guy in that was Clint Eastwood just keep showing up to the Little League park and harassing the kids. He's just be like, are you monkeys playing baseball today?
Well, that's, it's funny watching that and being like that. People watch that and they were like,
sorry, I
yeah,
said
dude.
monkeys.
No, you're going through Clint Eastwood, dude.
That's channeling
It was like that was how people were like, they were watching that and they're like, perfect. This is such a good movie. It's a good message. And if you watch it now, you're like,
little on the nose there.
yeah, it's just like, yo, bro. It's their film of the projects is fucking, it's like as if a white guy was like heard of the projects and was like, now write
Where there's,
about
like,
it.
fires and
Dude, cars are on fire.
yeah,
There's like
yeah.
a car fire like every other block. And there's just dudes with 40s and like, so,
yelling
dude,
at kids.
it's like a kid walks in, they just like smack his fucking
Yeah,
face,
yeah,
like get the fuck out of the way. But yeah, that movie I watched and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
and
Donald
still,
Trump watched that and was like, we gotta clean up these projects.
well, that's what fucking Eastbound and Down was making fun of when he takes all the young little black
baseball
kids.
team.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so fucking
dude,
funny.
I watch it. I'm like, fuck that movie. That show's so funny.
when
much
he
funnier
when
now.
he gives them that equipment and then a kid steals it and then Stevie rides the motorbike after him, he's like, motherfucker's an assassin. I love that, dude. Stevie flies on that
But it's
thing.
funny now to be like, that was like the way we were trying to figure out race, and now it's like Get Out, and it's like those race movies have been in the pipeline for a minute, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They used to be a lot more like under the hand of white dudes being like, and then we came and taught you savages how to play baseball.
yeah.
And it's like, now it's like, no, you're the savage, and it's weird to
Yeah,
watch.
no, true.
Watch fucking Hardball again, dude.
Glory. Did you ever see Glory? About the Black Civil War?
No, I was thinking
Unit.
that. Oh, I was thinking of Fury.
Ferris Bueller helped him out. It was
Didn't
like
see that.
Denzel. I think Denzel won Best Supporting Actor in that.
Did he really?
I think.
Huh.
It's a pretty good movie.
Was it good?
But it's also like, actually, that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was like the white guy was learning from them.
Yeah.
You know?
Sick. That's a sick genre. White guys learning from other people.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I like your ways.
I watched the beginning of, I watched Lincoln again. And at the beginning of that, there's a nice black guy teaching Lincoln a moment. It
Really?
was nice. Like, yeah, these two black guys are talking to Lincoln, these soldiers, and then two white soldiers come up and they're like, we saw you at Gettysburg. And then they reenact or they recite the Gettysburg Address. And they're like, oh, we forget the last line. And they all walk away. Then the black guy finishes it
Oh yeah.
as
dude.
he walks away from Lincoln,
Yeah.
just saying it out loud. And Lincoln's like, huh, never thought of it that way. Thanks.
Yeah, that's my favorite genre, dude. A white guy going to an alien culture and being like, wait, your ways are so good.
Yeah.
Teach me them.
Pocahontas, fucking
Pocahontas is sick.
Avatar. Avatar was just Pocahontas.
I honestly stand alone in loving Avatar. I bought a big screen TV just to watch Avatar on it at home because I had an Avatar documentary. I had the DVD when I was married. It was like my ex-wife had that on DVD, and she was bitching about like, we need a bigger TV, and I was like, at least I'll be able to watch Avatar on a big screen.
You had a huge fucking
I had
TV.
a big old TV.
What
there.
happened to that? Sorry.
Lost it.
Yeah, so he lost it in the divorce.
Lost it in the divorce.
Damn, I was gonna say that TV was sick. It was like a wall.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't worth that much when I got divorced when I had to trade it for my car, but apparently it's worthless. So yeah, it's
It's
all
like
right. I
a
guess.
90-inch fucking flat
It
screen.
was 70-inch. Yeah. Whew. They devalue really quick, but I'll tell you what doesn't
In a
devalue.
divorce.
I'll tell you what don't devalue. Honda Civics that you own half of. They're very expensive.
Very lucrative deal.
Yeah, so I lost that in my divorce, but the
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Shit, I know where it went.
so yeah, I traded that out for pennies, and but yeah, I was trying to watch Avatar on that, so I'm like, finally we got it. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch Avatar, and put it in. DVD was scratched. I was like, fuck.
Avatar.
And I was talking, anyone I talked to about, they're like, what was your favorite movie? And I was telling like,
You said your favorite
I
movie
say
was
Avatar. For a while, I was like, dude, Avatar is easily my favorite movie. and people were just like, "That movie fucking sucks," and I'm like, "Nah, it's fucking sick."
Were you
dude."
high when you saw it?
Probably.
Yeah, that helps.
I just thought
Because there's all that
the
like
graphics were awesome.
the
Yeah.
great graphics, and you're high.
I watched Avatar and I'm like, this is kind of what it looks like when you're tripping on mushrooms. And I was like,
Yeah,
nice job, James Cameron.
Cameron.
Favorite movie.
Killer Cam, dude.
Yeah,
Is that who directed it?
James Cameron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they fuck, when the Avatar fucks, that's pretty hot. When they fuck with their hair,
That was awesome. All the flowers start blinking. and
Yeah,
shit.
that was
Dude,
hot.
I stand by Avatar.
you
as my
could jerk
favorite.
off to that.
Yeah.
You could jerk off to that scene.
Those Avatar people are hot as hell.
Yeah, they were hot.
I love that shit.
I'll give him that. Cameron got that right.
Yeah, James Cameron.
It was like, how do I make hot aliens?
Boom.
Nailed it.
Blue skin is the hottest alien.
Yeah, give them
complexion.
tits.
I see
Jackpot.
like that. Actually,
Nippleless tits on blue skin. Pointless tits.
Barbie tits. Let me see them. There was like when I was, where the fuck? I was in Drexel.
A
and I
gym
had-
teacher told you that.
No, I was in a big. I was dating Asian. For some reason, I like dated a lot of Asians in one phase. I went to Drexel, and some girl gave me a hand job, and I shot real far. And she's like, "Oh, very healthy." And I was like, "Well, that's health. I'm healthy."
Eastern medicine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, very healthy.
very hard rope. Very strong rope.
Yeah, she made a very healthy, and I was like, "Sweet, that's what that means."
You got to see that Scorsese Japan.
No, I can't wait.
There's a Japanese dude. It's all Japanese, so everybody's like, "Huh?
Oh my god.
But there's a guy who speaks English, and he's like the most stereotypical Japanese voice. He's like, yes, you come out here and spread your religion. It's so funny. He's got buck teeth. He literally is
Holy
like
shit.
a racist caricature of Japanese men.
Oh my god.
He looks like old political cartoons of Hirohito from World War II.
Holy fuck. So
Like,
someone he went out to cast and they're like, you got the job.
like perfect.
Oh my god.
At one point, because the way they get you to apostate is they put a picture of Jesus on the ground. You're supposed to step on it,
Yeah.
and it's like a very dramatic moment. And he's like, "Step on your Jesus."
Oh
So
my
funny.
god.
Step now on your Jesus.
Holy shit. All right. That's an hour.
You're fucking exactly like Norm Macdonald. You know, Norm Macdonald was obsessed with my fucking wife when I opened for him. And all weekend he'd be like, you know what I miss about Cassie? Like when she would leave the room. And he like did it all fucking weekend. And he's like, I miss that. He's like, you know what I like about young women, especially girls named Cassie, is the longing in her eyes. Same
That's such
shit
a
all
nice
weekend.
move. No, I'll lay off.
But
But
I'm about to
tell me about Two
tell,
Sisters.
did you ever see The Other Sister, that movie?
No, what's that?
No. You ever seen that movie before? There's a fuck, I'm gonna butcher it. From what I remember, there was this, it's like about this guy who falls in love with his sister or this girl, and then she has a retarded sister and he cheats and starts like hooking up with the retarded girl. And like he fingers her in one scene. It's fucked up.
Jesus.
And
It's called
if
The Other Sister.
I'm only hoping though that I am totally like, sometimes I'll see a movie and I kind of like make up what it's about if it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure he like, I Am Sam, the two retarded
There's a
people
movie-
cohabitate.
There's a movie where
The other
a guy
sister, he fingers a
is
chick
fucking
on
a
broken
regular
glass.
lady and then cheats on her with her sister
other
who's
sister, dude.
retarded and he
Yes.
fingers her.
Look, Google The Other Sister.
But he doesn't know?
I think he does. I
Who
think he
plays
just
the
rocks it out.
guy? Who plays the guy?
I don't know. I gotta find out. And I gotta find out too if this movie's probably just like a coming of age tale of two sisters.
And what do you
no
think
guy
I
fingered
What do you think
anyone.
I Am Sam's about?
It's two retarded people cohabitating. That's what it was, right?
No, it's a little girl.
What was that movie where like they get a room together, they read a book on sex, and they're like, I want to do number 2.
Nah, this is the one where Sean Penn falls with a fucking cake. Doesn't he fall down a flight of steps with a cake?
Milk.
The court he falls at the end of that.
Ooh.
There's a
never saw
court
it.
tries to take away the kid because he's retarded.
Because Sean Penn is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a judge fingers Sean Penn. Because he could figure retards. That's a Shyamalan type twist at the end of that Other Sister movie. It's like, you're cheating on me?
Dude, I love how
Yes.
Matt was like, I haven't seen it in a while, so I might be making this up.
I hope you made that
That'd be
up,
so
dude.
sick if you made that up.
Please.
I gotta watch this again. I'm gonna have to watch it, and damn it, dude. I think this is the thing where, this is where the two retarded people get like a house together. I don't think anyone fingers a retarded person in this.
Well, I gotta be honest, you might want to fucking package that idea and send it to Paramount or something.
What happens in the movie where they get a house?
They just get a house together and like learn how to be a couple.
Is it a fun house?
Is it an apartment?
Just bouncing around for a half hour?
Oh, it's an apartment.
Yeah, we live here now.
I got to watch it again because I'm convinced there's definitely a scene in it where a girl smashes glasses and lays down. The guy like fingers her unbroken glass. She might not be retarded though, but
Dude, this is the best movie review I've ever heard.
it's that and Little Children. Is the movie Little Children? Did you ever see that?
I give it 2 thumbs down. I also give it 2 fingers in a retarded girl. All right. What's this new one? Matt,
Little Children. That movie is good.
Middle Children.
Little Children.
What's
about
that?
It's like a new mom and a new dad, and like both their spouses are busy, and they start meeting up at the pool. And like I think it's Helen Hunt, and this dude just fucks the shit out of her in the basement. That's all.
I just keep thinking you're just not remembering like the Little Rascals, right?
No, Little Children, I highly recommend.
It's also funny that every one of these movies, you think the climax and point of the whole plot is just
When
one
people fuck.
sex scene. It's like, yeah, they hang out and then he fucks her in the pool shed.
And then that's it. And then a bunch of stuff happens. And
Yeah, I honestly can't tell you the ending of that movie. I have no idea. I'm like, damn, Helen Hunt gets the shit fucked out of her on a drying. She's like on a dryer, and it's like,
ooh, doubling down on that vibe.
Nice.
yeah.
Saw Armageddon. You know, that's like about these guys on an oil rig, and then they get on mainland, and a meteor's coming, and then the guy puts animal crackers on this chicken and fucks her. That's the whole movie.
That's literally how my brain summarizes
He
movies.
fucks her to a song that her dad
By Aerosmith.
wrote. What a nightmare.
Fuck, damn.
Damn.
That's such a good way to remember movies.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Just the only thing that matters is the plot until the first
Well, it's
sex
funny
scene.
because that is what Monsters Ball really was.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
That's the whole point.
That's actually all I remember about that movie.
Well, that's like when you were 14, that's the only question you like, you see tits?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And you're still doing that.
Who's that guy, Vincent Gallo? Did you ever see Buffalo 66?
Oh, yeah, dude. He lets
I thought
Chloe.
you meant that totally different.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Did you see tits?
No.
Okay.
What's Juicy Tits?
No, I'm the
Yeah.
God damn, we
I got mine.
so
I got
fucking hot right now.
If I sniffle during this, you got to forgive me. I
you have
got
the sniffies?
I got fucking allergies.
Oh, dude,
I
I
forgot how bad I have allergies.
Yeah, man.
All of a sudden, I was like, "Oh, am I getting a fucking cold?"
Nope.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a retard. I get this every single year."
Yeah, I suffered. I would get like sinus infections for years, and I just didn't. I was just convinced myself I didn't have seasonal allergies because I'm like, I don't get those.
Yeah.
And then Brittany convinced me to start taking Zyrtec, and I never have that problem.
They
now.
seem to get worse every year.
Yeah.
They seem,
What's this planet trying to buck us off?
This planet's trying to stop us, dude.
We're fucking fleas,
This planet
dude.
is pretty fucking gay.
You think so?
Yeah.
You're ready for a space station?
I live I could live in a space station pretty easy. Just give me a fucking, a nice recliner.
Dude.
I could just float in the vacuum.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I've been watching 100. Yeah, you got a lot of problems though when you live in a space station. You got to deal with air quality, radiation.
Yeah.
And then space justice is pretty wild.
Yeah.
They just let you out into the fucking abyss.
Really? You
Yeah.
walk the plank.
Sort of. They put you in a chamber and then they shut the pressure lock doors and they open it up and you go flying.
Yeah.
out.
So exactly like walking the plank.
But yeah, exactly. Exactly like walking flying. But they do, it's weird too. I was talking to my friend. You know how many people believe that if you get a tiny hole in an airplane, it automatically sucks everyone out and everyone dies?
Yeah.
Someone was saying that to me the other day, talking about air marshals. Yeah, you can shoot someone, but if you miss, everyone dies. It's pretty sure a plane could sustain a bullet-sized hole. There's a lot of people who are
probably.
if there's a tiny hole, everyone everyone just gets sucked out.
Yeah, I
It
don't know.
instantly becomes a gravitron.
It's like in movies. Yeah, I don't know.
If everyone just goes,
I was just watching The Gray. You remember that? With
Yeah,
Liam
what was
Neeson
that?
when he fights all those wolves? That
No, I
opens.
don't know.
Dude, it's fucking sick.
I bet it sounds.
Liam Neeson's he works at this oil drilling thing in Alaska.
Yeah.
And his job is to keep wolves away and predators and stuff. He's like a sniper. And then on their flight back to the Continental,
He's just a wolf
the old
sniper?
lower 48. Yeah, he's a wolf sniper. The plane crashes, and then the survivors have to try to get out, but they land, and a pack of wolves hunts them the entire time. It's
Is
pretty fucking sick.
Neeson's there though?
Neeson survives the
Is his
crash.
gun gone?
Gun breaks.
I would assume
Now
his
he's
gun
down
broke
to-
in the crash.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be a pretty quick movie.
So yeah, exactly.
Here's dumb wolves. I can kill these.
So what do? They just run from the wolves all
They
the time?
run from the wolves, and the wolves kill all of them.
Except Neeson?
Nah. Spoiler. Yeah, everyone dies. It's pretty fucking sick.
That's pretty cool.
The way Neeson dies is fucking sick too. He's
Damn,
got
that-
those fucking airplane bottles, and he makes like claws out. He breaks them and makes like claws out of them, and fights the alpha. Fights
Dude,
the big alpha.
That's not
you
even
gotta see
a,
this movie.
It's not even a
fucking-
spoiler. I'll watch that.
Yeah, just to get to
I
that.
could read the script and watch
Stick
that.
around after the credits. That's all I'm saying.
Stop, dude.
Stick around after the
Get a
credits.
little Marvel action.
But what was funny is it reminds me. The reason it reminded me that both the plane crash and the wolves. I don't think wolves have ever killed people.
You don't think so?
I think I read that.
Wolf never killed someone.
I don't think wolves attack people that are alive.
Really?
Yeah, like ever.
Lots of new
That would make
scenes
sense
there
because
on
they
the place
kind of
that I
slowly
can't
became our
mention,
friends.
but
Like
you know
wolves
where
would
to
just
look.
circle the perimeter and we would leave them little bits of
corn.
food and they
Sounds
slowly
like
got
corn.
domesticated.
You know what? I'm not
Someone
even gonna. I was gonna
definitely-
Google that. Fuck it.
Someone's
I'm
got
not gonna Google
someone's
it.
got to have died by hands of the wolf.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, there's no reason they